Jerome's frustration simmered as he mowed the backyard. His wife, LaDawna, couldn't even manage to come out and pick up the dog shit anymore.
Man, what's her issue?
He wondered aloud.
Some creepy feelings of being watched? Weird sounds? It's forest critters. Half our property is woods.
This was the last day to get the place ready for their party. It was going to be a small gathering of close friends for some barbecue. But that's no reason not to make everything perfect, Jerome felt. They'd both been working themselves into the ground the last few days. Maybe LaDawna was just stressed. Jerome was abruptly pulled from his train of thought by what seemed like a distorted whisper and the snap of a stick behind him. He spun towards the sound but saw nothing. He hadn't realized the sun was beginning to set. When you live on the edge of a forest, sunlight vanishes quickly. Hours later, after their property was awash in thick darkness, Jerome sat savoring the last few bites of dinner. LaDawna called for the dogs at the back door. She seemed jumpy and was becoming more unsettled each time she called to the dogs and was met with silence.
Baby!
She called to Jerome.
Go see where the dogs are, please.
I'm not done eating. They're dogs. They'll be fine. I'm sure they're just digging a hole or something.
LaDawna shook her head slowly, took a weary breath, and ventured outside. Minutes later, a hysterical scream cut through the chilly night air.
LD!
Jerome shouted as he flung himself up from the couch and sprinted out the back door in 2 heavy strides. Outside, he grabbed a shovel as he stepped off the porch and shouted again.
Where you at, babe?
He could hear her sobbing not far off.
Jerome!
She responded in a loud, shaky voice. Jerome followed the sound of her sobs. In the pressing darkness, very little was visible.
Roscoe.
She stammered as she emerged from a bush, grabbing his arm.
Where's Roscoe? What happened? Was someone out here?
LaDawna shook her head slowly.
It was eating at his stomach.
She trailed off, too caught up in the horrific memory to explain clearly. She led him to the edge of a small clearing. As they approached, she froze and began trembling more.
What? An animal? Roscoe's a big dog.
He stated as his mind tried to rationalize the events. In the center of the clearing was the lifeless body of Roscoe, the white of his belly now blackened and shiny in the sparse starlight. Jerome's eyes widened, his heartbeat intensified.
My God.
He inadvertently whispered as his eyes took in the scene.
Nothing around here would be able to take him like that. Did you see what got him?
LaDawna was picking up Roscoe's body.
It wasn't no animal. I don't think it heard me coming. It stood up quick when I got close enough to see Roscoe.
What?
He asked as his mind reeled.
So a wolf?
No.
She shook her head slowly and took a long pause.
I don't think it heard me coming. It stood up quick when I got close enough to see Roscoe. No, it stood up on 2 legs. It looked like a person got stretched out with arms that had 2 elbows. His face...
Again, she trailed off. Jerome's mind struggled to process what she was saying.
Some dude did this?
He said quickly, tightening his arm around her and raising his hand with the shovel. They had been walking back to the house, but he stopped abruptly. His adrenaline spiraled well past where it had been moments before. He swung his head in all directions, looking for his foe. LaDawna sensed what he was about to do as he pivoted his body and shouted,
"Come at me, man! You gonna kill my dog? I'll end you! You best be going by daylight if I ever see you!"
Jerome,
LaDawna exclaimed, cutting him off in a tense, hushed tone.
No, let's get home and lock the doors. Where's Chi? I haven't seen her yet.
He nodded, and they quickened their pace toward home, repeatedly calling out for Chi. Shortly before they reached the edge of their lawn, Chi appeared. Even in the dark, they could tell she was shaking. Once home, they set Roscoe's body in the garage, locked the doors and windows, and called the police. Must have been an animal, they were told. Despite their pleas and explanations, an officer would be sent around tomorrow afternoon to take a look. Fine, was Jerome's final response as he disconnected the call. Weary, scared, and demoralized, the couple did their best to reassure one another and get some rest. Poor Chi wasn't letting either of them out of her sight. Their rest was short-lived and less than refreshing. It was Jerome who would wake first. It was just before dawn, so there was little morning light. His brain felt as though it was being pulled forcibly from a dark sludge, and he was positive he heard something like a whisper or distorted chortle. Despite his utter exhaustion, he was up and fully awake in a flash. He listened, leaning towards the cracked window. They decided to leave a few upstairs windows cracked so the fresh air would keep them from feeling trapped. Silently, he crept downstairs to the back door and paused. He strained to hear every sound inside and out, his eyes fixated on the barbecue at the end of the deck. For a moment, he began weighing the pros and cons of calling their friends and telling them not to come. In the low light and with his lack of sleep, his eyes struggled to focus. Or were they playing tricks on him? Something seemed to be moving around behind the edge of the barbecue. Squinting his eyes, he slowly began sliding the back door open. Simultaneously, the deck floor creaked just outside the door. Jerome realized that someone was pressed against the wall just inches from him, and Chi lunged through the narrow opening. She let loose fervent psychotic barking as she chased something along the house, off the deck. The sprinting footfalls sounded oddly hollow. As Jerome wrenched the door open, he could hear LaDawna's feet nearly at the bottom of the stairs. He shouted back at her as he sprinted in pursuit of Chi.
I think that thing was trying to get in the house. Chi chased it off. Chi! Chi, come back!
He heard Chi let out a sharp yelp, and her barking stopped.
No!
LaDawna was only moments behind, but by the time she reached the back door, she couldn't see either Jerome or Chi in the low light. To make conditions worse, a gray fog was mixing among the trees. She didn't know which direction they'd gone. Her mind screamed as she tried to run and come up with a plan. She could only think to head towards the clearing, and that she wished she'd grabbed a flashlight. When Chi yelped, LaDawna was sure she was heading the right way, but then Jerome cried out. She stopped momentarily. He seemed to be in the other direction, now behind her. She heard his footsteps and started heading towards him, weaving through dense vegetation.
Jerome, baby!
But his movement seemed to come from behind, again. Before she could turn, there was a sharp pain across her abdomen. Was she cut by a branch? No. LaDawna's hand flew to her stomach. Something had cut through both her shirt and pants horizontally, and she was bleeding. Shocked and confused, she stopped and called out to Jerome.
LaDawna!
He responded, a small degree of relief in his tone. Odd. Again, his voice wasn't in the direction she expected, though he did seem to be close, maybe 15 seconds from her. She turned to run towards his voice, but before she could take more than a few steps, she heard him again.
What the? Who? Baby, run!
A soft thud, then silence. Instincts took over. She turned and ran the opposite direction. Holding her stomach, she bolted as fast as possible. She was no longer heading towards the house, just away. As she ran, the fog began to lift and the sun had finally risen. Her mind reeled in its own fog as she tried to maintain her speed and avoid tripping. Suddenly, she found herself at a clearing. It was the road. She paused and realized she wasn't far from the house. In the distance, she could see headlights. She squinted.
Oh my God, is that David and Maria's car?
Relieved, sobless tears began streaming down her face as she now ran towards the car. Close by, behind her, there was an odd, hollow sound.